Hey everyone, it's Lindsay from Meal Mentor, and I'm going to show you how I do a super quick 5 to 10 minute prep. Really, it's more like a 5-minute prep. As I've said in many other batch cooking videos, check those out, that if you prep, if you just take a few seconds to chop everything before you get cooking, batch cooking goes so much faster, you save so much time. It's the greatest little 5-minute, 10-minute investment, and it just also makes it just streamlined. And I only have, seriously, 5 minutes before I have to leave to go out the door for the day, but I'm going to come home later and do my big batch, and so I'm going to show you how when you only have 5 minutes, you can still do a lot of prep ahead. So here we go. So the first thing I do, the very first thing I do is I get out the ingredient prep sheet and I highlight the recipes I'm making so I know what I'm doing. And then the other thing that I do is I look at my ingredient batch cooking to see what things need to be made ahead. And so, for example, I know that I need to have 6 cups of rice already made. I already have 3 in my freezer, but I still need 3 others. So I'm just going to throw 3 in my rice cooker. And so when I come home, my rice will be done too. Just one more little shortcut step. Just look at these little pages. Just do it. Like, throw it in before you go out the door. Break it up into these little morning tiny little things, and it really makes a huge difference. Even if you're cooking fresh on demand, just like thinking a little 1 second, it makes such a difference. So that's what I'm going to throw in first, and I need to do 3/4 cup rice. And the really nice thing about the ingredient batch cooking is it tells you the dry amount you need as well as the water and how much it makes. And so that's really nice. So because I know I needed 1.5 cups of rice, I could look back and be like, oh, okay, it's that much dry. Great. Now I just need to add water. It's my big guy. Ah, here he is. All right, and now my rice is all cooking. And if you have a pressure cooker, you can do that too. Typically what I do is I get a big bag of rice and I cook it all at once, and then I freeze it in 1 cup portions so I can pull it out. But I'm starting to run out. My stores are sort of low in my freezer. But I still knew I had 3 cups in there because I took a peek. And so now my rice is off going and I can get on to my prep. So I get out my handy prep sheet. And it tells me what I need. And I am, like I said, taking some shortcuts to make this 5 minutes or less. So here we go, over here. And so the first thing is I need to slice up some portobellos. And this I could actually do on demand because it's not a whole lot of work for me. Because I don't do the gills, I just take out these parts. But I'll do full big picture for you. Okay. You can see me. Alrighty. Okay, so now my mushrooms are prepped. What's next? Onion and garlic cloves. So I am cheating a little bit, and I got pre-peeled garlic, which is one of those things that I do, and I just really need to help myself out. going to put it in my mini food processor rather than doing it with my knife because I need to save a lot of time. And they do have those little garlic rolly things. My parents love theirs. Cool. Alrighty, what's next on my list? An onion. This guy is a really big onion. They only had really big produce this week, so even though it calls for a whole onion, because this guy is so big, I'm only going to do half. And I also normally would have just bought pre-diced onions, but my store was sold out. They've been sold out since Thanksgiving, so I'm, again, cheating and putting this in my food processor to chop it up really quickly. But if you have one of those onion things, that works too. And I always like to quarter it first. Oh, lost a buddy. There we go, perfectly diced. So fast. And if you don't have fast knife skills, this is a great way to speed things along. Or like I said, you could just buy it. Okay. There we go. All right. Next recipe is also an onion, so same thing. All right, this one's now done. Good. Get all my onion out. Let's see what's next. More garlic. This is the Oh, there goes my dog. Enjoy his singing. Quaid. Quaid. Buddy. I know. Life is hard. Mommy's talking to the computer instead of you. Well, that was a short one. Quaid is our resident opera singer. All right, what else do I have left? Cauliflower, which I cheated, and I got pre-cut florets. Love the cheating. Let's see, all I have left is to dice my parsnip, and the recipe also calls for celery, but I have some shredded carrots left over, so I'm going to sub that in because it's a salad, so it doesn't make a difference. So that's one less thing to chop, one less easier thing. So all I have now is my parsnip, and another way I'm going to cheat is I'm not even going to peel it first. that a quick rinse because I don't want all the raw onion and garlic bits to go into a salad. So here we go. Come back. Alrighty. And that's it. I am donezo. It was that easy to get this prep done. I'm on my way out. All I have to do is put this in my fridge and do a quick wipe of my counter, and I am all set. And I'll even run the camera for that because you guys always want to see my kind of sort of cleanup process, and you'll see that I'm not the most OCD about it, despite being OCD in a lot of other things in my life. All right. Alright, so I'm all done, and now I'm just going to take all of my little containers, get them out of the way. Oh, I just realized I forgot my potato. Almost done. Not quite. So my store only had like the biggest and most gigantic, look at this thing compared to my head, potatoes of my life. And so since it calls for 2, I'm just going to do 1 because it's so big. Let me see. All right, done times 2. Put all this. I'm also substituting clementines from my neighbor's tree for an orange this week. More fun exciting things. Put all this stuff away in the fridge. Going into the fridge. And last but not least, all my potatoes. All done. See you guys later when I batch cook.